Hey, Tarot Sphere, it's Holly from Cape Cod Creatures, and we are here doing live readings. Oh my goodness, the time is here. All right, so I have logged on, my cameras are up. Yeah, so I guess we're just waiting for people to show up. We'll give it a few minutes. Otherwise, I brought a ton of decks from home. I don't know if you are a friend of mine on Instagram, but I posted all of them. Plus I have like a bunch of decks here as well. So it'll be fun reading. Hi, Wayward Son. Yes, it's time. And I'm actually on time today, not like last time when I said I'd start at 6 and then I was like super duper late. So I was just like, why don't I just say 6:30? Because then I'm not a liar. So yeah, we're, just hanging out. I've got really not a lot to talk about tonight. I don't know. So it's whatever you guys want to talk about. It's fine with me. And in the meantime, we can do readings. I've got a ton of decks in. I brought a ton from home. You can see I took a picture of them and I posted them all on my Instagram, but I've got like lots and lots. I've got like Heart of Stars. I actually brought my Inner Hue deck tonight too. I usually leave that one on my altar at home. Well, not really an altar, I guess it's more like a tarot space. I cleared off my bureau and I kind of leave them out and do daily readings for myself with them there and just kind of stare at them and be like, what do you want from me? So yeah, otherwise, I don't know. I did a video review today. If you haven't seen it yet, it's for this deck, which is beautiful, but I don't think the Kickstarter was that beautiful, but I already talked about that in the deck. And in the video. What else did I do today? Oh, I'm gonna take some Tylenol right now because I saged, but it's been a while since I've saged, and if I don't do it for a while, all of a sudden, like having my face full of that smoke gives me a wicked headache. So I'm gonna take this now because I feel it starting, and I don't want to have like a huge headache while I do this. So my liver is like screaming at me for taking Tylenol. So yep, anybody that's just popping on, we are doing live readings. Wayward Son, if you want me to do a reading for you, that's cool. Just, you know the drill. Question in the doobly-doo, and then off we go. Hi, Amy. How are you? It's good to see you. Amy tagged me today in a tarot tag. The TarotTube tarot tag. So I will do that. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'll try to get to it over the weekend. I had like a fight with a vendor and I finally like kind of cleared it up, but as a result, I'm getting like a huge order tomorrow, which is like good and bad, because like it's good because I finally have the stuff that I need to sell, but it's bad because I have to put it all away now. So anyway, I'm just gonna take this Tylenol. Oh, my tea is so hot. Oh my God, that hurts so much. Why did I do that? Hello. Hi, honey. How are you? For those that don't know, apparently I have a fake voice character thing that goes on in my house, and it says hello to my husband, hello, instead of hello. So hi, honey. It's good to see you on here. So yeah, I'm doing readings tonight. Those that want a reading, go ahead and put it in the doobly-doo. Put your questions there. If there's anything you want to talk about, you can also put it in the doobly-doo. Oh, hi, Creative Coffee. It's good to see you. Oh my goodness, I could go for a coffee right now, specifically iced, to cool down the burning that is going on. I think I'm gonna have like one of those like, ooh, I'm gonna have no skin on the roof of my mouth. I took a sip of this tea that I just made with boiling water, and now I'm really regretting it. But anyway, readings. So yes, like I said earlier, we did. Let's see, what did I bring? I brought my Inner Hue tarot deck, which people have a love-hate with. It's like that one with all the skinny people in it. I don't mind so much. Mostly because like I just what kinds of exercise can you do with just oracle decks? Well, I suppose you could take all the oracle decks that you own and do arm curls with them. But what do you mean, like reading exercises? Or you'd have to extrapolate that for me a little bit. And Creative Coffee, absolutely. Just post your reading in the little box and I'm more than happy to do a reading for you. Um, yes, you could do jumping jacks. You could use them as yoga bricks to do like planks on. You could you could hurl them like shot put. You could oh my god, that would be amazing. Like I suppose you could throw them like a discus. I for one think that you should attach them to lawn darts and throw them at people who may or may not know that you're playing lawn darts. Oh yeah, like what kind of readings are there for? Okay, so usually each oracle deck usually each oracle deck has like own specific threads according to like the theme, but a lot of the times you just see rehashing of different tarot spreads. So when I look up a tarot spread or a spread, like I do, like I take into account I take into account hi creative. I just saw that question. We'll read for it in a second, so I'm going to finish answering this and then I'll do your question for you. ABA, I hope we're like twinsies. We're sisters from other misters. Back to Wayward Son. You can, I think the thing to keep in mind as far as oracle decks versus tarot readings, like what kind of exercises you can do all the same ones, and you can apply reading styles for, like, sometimes I do Lenormand technique with tarot, sometimes I do oracle spreads with tarot, sometimes I do tarot spreads with oracle and Lenormand. You can mix and match. Whatever fits is great for you. But I think really the thing to keep in mind with an oracle deck is that sometimes there's not a lot of cards in an oracle deck. Like this one, the Dog Tarot, one of my favorites. This is actually an oracle deck. It's a 30 card oracle. So I'm not about to do a 10 card spread with this because that's a third of the deck. So I would just say keep in mind the size of the deck versus the size of the spread. I want to say for most oracle reads, like a 5 card spread is usually pretty good as far as that's concerned. And I suppose you could take an oracle that's that small and do almost like a mini grand tableau, like Lenormand style. But I haven't really gotten too much into that kind of reading, so I don't know how it would apply, but a lot of that, I guess, is like what card shows up in what card's house and the relationships of like all the cards next to and around it. Like that's kind of a fun one. But yeah, like it's whatever works for you is fine. It's do it, you do you. If it works for you, then great. If it doesn't work for other people, then oh well. As long as it works for you. Okay, so Creative Coffee. You want to know is if you should stray from tarot to oracle and you fear that tarot energy may be too strong for you. Oh my goodness, I just like got a whiff of sage smoke like right up my nose. That energy is too strong for me right now. Can't even. Okay, so let's see whether or not tarot energy is right for you. Okay, so let's see. What deck would you like it read with? Did you want me to read for you with an? You know what? I'll pull a couple of tarot and I'll pull a couple of oracle cards for you. So tonight I've got the Heart of Stars, which is that wiki, it's that awesome pop culture-y deck. I've got My Inner Hue. I've got Animal Spirit. This is an oracle deck. I've got Universal Mind. This is an oracle deck. This one actually reads really well, despite that. I gave it maybe not the most amazing review in the world, but that's because I've got some butt hurt over the way the Kickstarter was run. I've also got my Connected and Free Oracle. It reads really well with Inner Hue. It's actually the sister deck to that. I've got the Bird Tarot. I've got Star Child, always a good one. I've got let's see, I've got the Wild Unknown with me tonight. Oh, I've got Spirit Cats. That's awesome. I love this little deck. This is a hug deck. I was actually planning on pulling our End of the Night card for this. And then I've got what else? I've got like Tarot of the Water. I've got like all these decks over here. So if there's any particular one you want to use, let me know. But I think, let's see, for you tonight, why don't we do, you know what, I like the Heart of Stars, and you guys haven't really seen that one yet. So we'll use that one. And actually, I got in contact with the artist of this deck, and because I guess this deck is out of print, like he's got no plans to do any other editions of this. And I was just like, I need it to live. I just discovered it now. Oh my God. It's got like Studio Ghibli pictures and it's got like amazing like movie references in it. And I was just like, please. And he rustled me up a deck, which was very nice of him. So we'll do that. And then I'll pick my Oracle deck after, I think. All right. Yeah, oracles are good for theme cards. It also depends on the oracle too. There are some oracles that read really nicely. The Oracle de Reflet has a really good, I think it's 50 plus cards. Hi, Colleen. How are you? Hi, Deshan. Did I bring, oh, the Dancing Unicorn Oracle? I didn't bring that today. I'm sorry, Deshan. I'll bring it next time though. And if you want, I can, if you want me to read for you with that, I can always Instagram you something later. I'm more than happy to do that because I love that deck and it needs like so much more love than it gets. But yeah, using it as a theme card or an ending card or pulling it for an affirmation, like Arwen Lynch. She's got a great channel. If you haven't seen it, by the way, definitely check her out. She pulls one as an affirmation card. So that's kind of fun. But again, like Oracle de Reflet, that reads absolutely like you could read that like a tarot. It's like no problem. Another good one is, oh God, what's another good oracle? Actually, you know what I really love? The Amethyst Oracle, which is the sister deck for Idiosyncradeck. That one reads really well. It's got like it's got enough cards to be posy and neggy in that. All right, so let's see. So I got some good shuffling going on, and I'm pulling Creative Coffee's 2 tarot cards right now. And then I think to go with these, I'm going to pull you 2. I'm going to pull you 2 cards. Honey, first of all, yes, it would be amazing if Flavor Flav had an oracle. I would buy that in a New York minute. But I don't think that's not very. I don't think it's gonna happen, you guys. Like, just, oh my God, that would be so good. I think that would just make my day. Like if Flava Flav had an oracle. So anyway. Oh, the new Oracle of the Unicorns? I haven't seen that yet. If anybody has a link to that, by the way, feel free to post that in the chat so I can check that out. So Creative Coffee, I am pulling you a couple of the Universal Mind Oracle because actually these do read really well. So I'm going to pull you a couple of those for this question. Okay, so for tarot, all right, so your tarot, you got the 5 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. And if anybody's not familiar with those movie scenes, but I think we all are, that is Heath Ledger walking away from the soon-to-be exploded hospital in The Dark Knight. And then you also have the 3 of Cups, which is a scene from Mamma Mia. Is it really bad that I haven't seen Mamma Mia yet? I need to see it. Like, it's on my list. It's on my list, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm not really familiar with that scene, but the jubilation just comes across, like the celebrating with your friends. So I think here for you, what this is saying to me is not so much that the tarot energy is too much for you. It's just that right now you find it confusing and a little bit mean and ridiculous. Like, you're like, dude, why? Like it's just kind of got some like chaotic, hectic energy, and it's giving like you can't really focus so much on the readings because it's leaving you like a little like confused and almost like victimized a little bit because you're like, what is going on? But this card says to me that eventually you'll get it. But I think this card also says to me that maybe you require some study buddies or a little more practice reading. Like you need some like-minded people like to help you in real life, like doing online readings and stuff, and like trying to learn the tarot cards for yourself is probably not working out so well. So I think that that's what this is saying to me about your relationship with tarot. And then for the Universal Mind Oracle, for you, I pulled Swamp. And I'm reading these just intuitively, by the way, you guys. I haven't downloaded the guidebook to this yet. So I pulled for you Swamp, and I pulled for you I Am, which is mantra. So this to me, I don't know, this is kind of a mixed bag. This one is almost like don't muddy the waters. Don't get stuck in an idea that Oracle might be better for you, because that's not always the case. Sometimes you can get really confused by Oracle cards. And I'm finding, or at least in my practice, I'm finding that I found that when I like bought a ton of decks at first, I was like, I'm going to get Oracle and Tarot, and then I'm going to see what's better for me. I like kind of muddied the waters, and it made it really hard for me to focus on learning one thing well. So this is kind of like, don't let yourself get bogged down. Don't let yourself get lost in the waters of Oracle. Maybe if you are gonna get an Oracle deck, like really focus and study and like figure out which deck is actually gonna work for you, instead of buying 1,000 and kind of getting caught up in that new deck frenzy, which is super easy to get caught up in, by the way. The deck lust struggle is real. But the I Am mantra is just kind of like, you'll figure it out. As long as you just like you put your mind to something and focus on it, you're going to learn it, and it's not going to be an issue for you. So I really think that it's not necessarily that you can't handle tarot energy. It's that you're having a hard time focusing on and really kind of getting it down. So that is your reading. And let me know if it made any sense to you. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? Anybody else want a reading? This is still going, right? Because the chat like slowed down. I just want to make sure, like, it's fine if it's slowed down, but how is this doing? Oh, yep. Okay, good. We're still good. Sorry. Sometimes when it slows down, I get worried that my computer froze because I've got like 1,000 windows open on this thing. So anyway, let's see. Anybody else want a reading? Okay, just post your questions in the doobly. Oh. Oh, good. I'm glad you were listening intently. I would hope that you would listen intently. You know what? You don't have to listen to me intently. It's probably best that you don't, actually. Yes, honey, if you want a reading and you take it seriously, like I am not going to be reading about, I know this 5 of Swords card is like kick ass, isn't it? I am not, well, like I said, the 5, yeah, it's just, it's like, it's a lot to take on all at once. Okay, so I will read for Deshan, and then, honey, I will read for you, but it's got to be a serious question, like none of your usual. He asked me the most ridiculous questions, you guys, like, will we go to war with North Korea? And I'm just like, oh my God, that is not, I'm not reading that. So, but yes, honey, if you have a question, you can post it in the doobly and get in line behind Deshan. How does that sound? All right, Deshan, you want potential for love? Any particular deck you want today, my dear? Any particular deck? Anything exciting? Anything grab you? Anything at all? All right, let me see. And I'm going to keep myself organized tonight, you guys, like, because, you know, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous, the way that I usually make a ginormous mess. So there's that one. Oh, I also have, for those that just kind of need like a 1-card whatever, I've got my Rebel deck here for those that love it. So, oh my God, did that awesome? Oh, awesome, Deshan. I'm so glad that worked out for you. Congratulations on the job offers. All right, so I need a good deck for you for love. And you know what? I really, what do I have here? Oh, you know what? I've got the Cosmos. That one's a good one for like stuff like this. So I've got Cosmos. All right. Because Cosmos will, like, it's not really a tarot. It's actually a tarot. Like they crammed in Oracle. I know I've probably said this 1,000 times. Oh my goodness. I just dropped the guidebook. Like I just flipped this thing upside down. I forgot to hold on to the guidebook, and it was just like, Okay. So anyway, so this deck is like amazing, and they crammed basically this awesome celestial oracle into tarot format, and I hate that they did that, but the readings it gives are like super like, oh my God. Amy, the answer to that is yes, you should do a yoga teacher program. Only because my sister-in-law just did one and she absolutely loved it. But I will read for you on that as far as that's concerned. But I mean, if you want just like my regular opinion is yes. Okay, let's see. So Deshan, as far as love is concerned, I'm going to read like what you need to do to open yourself up for potential for love. How does that sound? Like as far as like the energetic whatevers are going on? Let's see. Actually, if Baldy is still on here, he can kind of chat with you a little bit about Angela's experience doing yoga teacher training, because that's my sister-in-law is his sister and she lives with us. So honey, if you are on, please tell Amy how Angela's yoga thing went, and tell her how good of a teacher she was and how much fun she had. All right, so let's see. So for Deshan, for potential for love, and I'm actually not going to look because the backs are different and I hate that. So let's see. All right. Ooh, cool. You know what I find that's really fun? Every time I do a 3-card reading with this, even though I don't look, I always get like one of the major oracle cards, which is this purple back right here. And then I get 2 of the rest of the oracle, like the main body, which is these right here. All right. So for you, Deshan, you pulled... Okay, so you pulled for big cards. You got for big card. You got the moon, which is for the oracle. So it's secrets, mystery, and cycles, which is part of like the big celestial oracle part of it. Like these cards carry some extra weight because they're part of like actually the oracle part, and then the other 2 are part of the tarot part. But anyway, you pulled the moon, and it is absolutely beautiful. And again, cycles, mystery, and secrets. And then you've got Callum, which is their version of the death card. But this isn't so much about death in the traditional tarot sense, which is like big changes, et cetera, et cetera. This one is tool of creation, refinement, and configuration. So there is an element of transformation there, but this is a little more fine-tuned. Like this isn't going at a change with like a big, like this isn't like smacking it with a mallet and knocking it down and rebuilding it. Like this isn't like the heavy tools and big machinery kind of a thing. This is like small, meticulous, calculated change. And then you got Cygnus, which is the 5 of fire. And this is, so the 5 of fire would be like the 5 of wands. But again, instead of the 5 of wands, which is usually like people fighting, this one is keeping up appearances and tactical finesse. So to me, this says that you've got something going on that you're hanging on to. You do a lot of hanging on, I've noticed in your readings. There's always like an element of like you have to let go of things. All right, so like there's something as far as your love life is concerned, you're hanging on to it. And my question to you is, why do you keep hanging on to things? And you like to like put up a front and keep up appearances, and like maybe you're doing a little bit of dating, and like that line from The Mask starring Jim Carrey, which is like the worst best movie. I love that movie so much, it's like really bad. Hi, how are you, Ivan? It's good to see you. Like we all wear masks. You kind of do that a little bit, like you put up a front so people can't really get to know you, but as a result that doesn't like, and so you don't have to deal with like whatever emotions that it is that you're hanging on to in regards to love. But at the same time, that attracts the wrong kind of guy for you or girl for you, whatever it is that you do. No judgment here. I just assumed something. I am so sorry, but so whatever kind of partner it is you seek, there are the words. So, oh my God, you have salty feelings about that deck too. Good. Glad I'm not the only one. But yeah, so whatever kind of partner you want to, but like you're hanging on to stuff and you're putting up a front, so you're not attracting the right kind of people to begin with. And then so that's kind of what these two are. So whatever it is that you're dealing with, as far as that's concerned, like again, I think just hanging on to stuff and not wanting to deal with it is a theme for you. But this card gives me hope for, like, because it seems like every week we're just chipping away. It's like a little bit of something, and you're, like I said, you're refining who you are. You're getting like down to the bottom of who Deshanne really is and what she really wants. And I think that like that's kind of what we're doing here as well. Like it seems to be just a running theme for you. So I hope that makes a lot of I hope that makes some sense for you. So I think in order for you to start attracting like the love that you need in your life, or the love that you want in your life, like you kind of need to keep on working on you, and it'll happen when it needs to. And then, because I love pulling oracle cards, we'll pull one for you too. And for you, I love Rebel deck, so I'm going to pull you a Rebel deck card. It's really fun. It's such a cute, sassy deck. I just absolutely love it. I will say this though, as much as I loved the fishnet bag when it first came in, it is so impractical. It is so impractical for carrying stuff around. Like my deck is covered in dog hair. I just flicked a piece of glitter off of it. Like, where is glitter even hiding in my purse? Like I can't even. So the deck is getting like kind of scratched up and used because they didn't coat the cards when because it's first edition and they just wanted to put it out. And I am absolutely 100% behind this deck. By the way, I will buy the next coated edition. But this deck is getting so beat up. So I'm going to have to make it a tarot wrap or something because I love it and I don't want anything else to happen to it. But anyway, oh my God, I don't even know where it's coming from. I haven't touched glitter in years because it's like the herpes. It's craft herpes. Glitter is craft herpes. It just never goes away, and it rears its ugly head when you least expect it. Oh my God. Craft herpes. I can't even. How could you? All right, so we're going to pull you a Rebel deck card, Colleen. Oh, not Colleen, Deshanne. All right. Okay, so, oh, good. This, damn it, Rebel deck gets you every time. Okay, this is You Are Loved. And also, you're here for a reason, so don't fuck it up. This is amazing. Oh my God, that deck, Ivan, that deck would be covered in like lint and gross and like candy wrappers and maybe an Unwrapped Brothers original because I'm an old lady and I love those candies. Oh my goodness. So Deshanne, you are loved and you're here for a reason, so don't fuck it up. And I think again, you're working on it, you're chipping away at it. So I think this is a good card for you right now. All right. Who is next, my pretties? Oh my goodness, you guys, I can't even, like, mystery glitter. And it's scratching my deck. Finally, I can drink that. Oh my goodness. Took forever to cool down. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? All right. So Ivan, I want to know what kind of salty feelings you have about that deck too. I'd like really like what made you be salty about it? Like I'm interested to know. And first of all, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I thought like in the back of my head, I was like, no, stop it. You're being a judgy bitch. But apparently I'm not the only one. So I don't feel so bad about it. And then let's see, there's Baldy talking about yoga. Thank you, Baldy. And okay, let's see. Yeah, oh my God. So yeah, that was the one thing, that was another thing that she said. Okay, Colleen, I will absolutely read for you on that. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Did I start? Oh my God, I started the stalking for Colleen. That's really, how can I say? I'm an enabler where stalking's concerned. I think it's funny. No, I don't. I don't really think stalking is funny. But yeah, okay. So my problem with her deck was like the stretch goals were ridiculous. I am sorry, but don't ask for like more than don't ask for more than the original stretch so you can go on vacation. Like, and I'm going to be butthurt about it forever. Like forever, it's going to make me angry, which is a pity because the deck is beautiful. The deck is beautiful. And also don't say that, like, I'm getting so worked up about it. You guys, you started this. Don't say that your deck is finished, but energetically it requires 11 more cards, because that's not finished. like that is an unfinished thing. And like the way that she missed, like, and then from from a business standpoint too, like I think that's the other thing that drives me nuts. Like she missed a real opportunity to create 2 unique editions a la Star Child Tarot. And like, oh, she's putting out 11 cards anyway that you're gonna have to buy, but with local pictures. So really what she should have done if she was smart was put out oh my God, this is like so bad. This is like all the verbal diarrhea that I was like spouting in the other videos that I wound up deleting like 48 versions of. She should have, 1, made the stretch goals not $1 bajillion a piece. 2, the first stretch goal should have been, oh, if I reach like $2,000 stretch goal, then I'll take the pictures locally and include them in the deck. And then if like with all these others, I'll be able to create like other versions. Like I'll create the additional thing, but like she could have made 2 different editions. So the first edition could have been a 55 card deck with local pictures. And then the second edition could have been a 55 card deck with updated pictures from her travels. And that would have been amazing, because then you've got the sales from the 2 different, and then the cardstock just isn't worth $55. If you guys decide to get this deck, get it used. Like that's all I have to tell you. Oh my God, yeah, she's not if I want the extra 55 cards that are just from local pictures, it's probably gonna be like a $20 thing. And I'm not spending $20 for that. I'm not. But anyway, I'm gonna back this train up. Because I'm trying to be a better person than this, and you guys started it. I blame all of you. But anyway, like, look what you guys did. Look what you made me do. So I'm going to back this train up, and I'm going to focus on Colleen's question. So she wants to know why the deck collecting problems are real. That wasn't even a good rant. That was a mild rant. That is a rant that I gave you because I'm wasted all my other energy on far rantier rants. Like I just can't even. Okay, so we want to find out why the 5 of Knights is stalking Colleen, or why the Knight of Cups. Why the 5 of Knights? Oh my God, I can't even. You want to know why the Knight of Cups is stalking you? All right, so for that, you know what? I'm going to bust out Inner Hue. If that's okay with you, Colleen. I know some people like this deck, some people don't. Is this a okay deck for me to use for you? Yeah, you know what? I actually like it better than Wisdom of the Oracle. The pictures are actually much darker than Wisdom, and oh my God. The 5 Knights are stalking you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like Wisdom of the Oracle, and it's a different shape, and I don't know. Colette Baron Reid has a very specific feel to her decks, and I just don't get a Colette Baron Reid feel to it. If anything, I'd say it's closer to Enchanted Map than it is the other one, Wisdom. But yeah, no, just some of that deck too. Like it's got like 10 cards that just don't really fit in the deck. That oh my God, that disembodied torso with like its nipples are like staring at you. It's like they're so pointy. Like why? Nobody's nipples have any business being that pointy. Like I'm sorry. I'm gonna, you know what? I have to pull that card for you after I read for Colleen, because like, dear Lord, you could cut glass with those nipples. Like, I cannot even. Like, I cannot even. But otherwise the deck reads really well. Like that's the real shame. Like she's got like the start of something really amazing. I just think she's really young, and she's probably, like, I hate to say it, but like you don't get to do that much traveling. Oh my God, they're on the lookout. They're like dowsing for them. like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know. Like, you don't get so, but anyway, like I was saying, I think she's really young, and I hate to say it, but like, again, you don't get to do that much travel if you're not at least a little bit well off. So I think she's probably a little sheltered as to the reality of what people will pay for things and what people won't pay for things. And she's probably got a little bit of blindness as far as value versus, money value versus, oh crud, what's that word? Intrinsic value, maybe? I don't know. There's a word for it, and I just cannot even. Texting and driving, Deshan, shame on you. Shame on you, my dear. At least you're safe. You're lucky you're safe. Don't let me catch you. I'm going to slam my car right into yours. Texting and driving. Okay, so you just had one fall out of the deck, so awesome. And then, all right, so we got 1, 2, 3. Those of you who are old will understand that reference. Okay, so why is that knight stalking you? Let's see. So it is, okay. You got interesting. So the card that fell out of deck was the 5 of Pentacles. And this is kind of an interesting card. Like, I love the artwork in this deck. It does kind of disconnect a little bit from the meanings. So I tend to go a little bit to book meanings, and then I look at the image and try to do, and then I try to do, read the image like a little bit intuitively. But this card fell out of the deck for you, the 5 of Pentacles, which again is like the cards. It's like a card of not knowing kind of what's around the corner. It's also a card of being in need. It's a card of being sick. So let's see. It's like a half-eaten shriveled apple. Like half of it was good, and then they just decided to abandon the other half. I don't know. And then with the rest of your reading, you got the 9 of Wands, which is about sitting back and taking a look at your completed work. But I always kind of view this as a little bit of a wall, because like all those wands, like it's almost like a fence or like a little shelter. And then you got the 7 of Pentacles, which is absolutely beautiful. I actually really love this. Is about phases, and it's got the like the flowers coming out of the cactus. I really, really love that one. And the Ace of Cups. So like this is the only cup in your reading, and I find it interesting that the rest of your reading is mostly pentacles with like a little bit of wand thrown in there. So, yeah. So, and again, I don't know, for those of you that maybe don't know what this card means, I'm sorry, I forgot to say what these two mean. So the 7 of Pentacles is about, like, again, stepping back and appreciating your work and kind of figuring out where to go next. And the Ace of Cups is about new emotional energy. Like this is a water card. Sometimes this means, I know, like reading for yourself is always the worst though. So I don't know. So yeah, reading for yourself is the worst. So I think the Knight of Cups, I usually like him a lot. Like he's like the most laid back of all of the Knight cards, and he's, I don't know, like he's kind of a cool guy. Like he always strikes me as like kind of a like he's kind of just figured out where he's gonna go, and he's level-headed enough to like get there without incident. So I would say he's like as far as your reading's concerned, I honestly have no idea why he's stalking you. But I think this probably has something to do with moving on to the next phase of your life, kind of a thing. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting off of these cards. Again, like especially with these two, like kind of like it's you've got something awesome going on, and it's kind of coming to its end. You know, you've got like a few loose ends you've got to tie up, like a couple of last little pushes and whatnot. And like maybe it's time to. Are you cracking up? Okay, the moving on. like oh my god. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. This isn't like a great reading. I don't know why. But yeah, like this is just kind of like, you know, you're almost finished with like a big project, or you've got something going on that like it's like it's almost over, but it's time to start to come to terms with the fact that you've got to leave it, but you kind of don't really know where you're going next. And I think maybe the night is kind of reflective of being like, okay, maybe like once you figure out what you're going to do, like you'll figure out how to get there. Because again, this one is like, this card, I know a lot of people always say that this card is about like being in need and needing charity, but traditionally you see like it's the two people, one of them's got like, they're all like in the snow and cold, and one of them's got crutches, but there's a stained glass window usually right here, and then they're heading like almost like around the corner. It's like there's something new around the corner, you just can't see it yet. Pull an oracle for her. Okay. Let's see. What oracle am I going to pull for you? You know what? I'll pull an Inner Star Oracle for you because I love these. I love this deck so much. So what is around the corner for Colleen? So I think the night, like again, I think that maybe the night's just stalking you, because usually when a card is stalking you like that, I don't usually like to assign people values to the night to the court cards unless they unless like sometimes it like unless it's like in reference to yourself or to the person you're doing the reading for usually. So if he's stalking you a lot, I would say that like, you know, you just need to have like a calm, cool head and like a fresh new energy about, you know, just think about where you're going next, and you'll figure it out and you'll get there. Like, you know, you're a smart girl with your head screwed on straight. You'll be all right. Okay. And your inner star is, I know Inner Star is so pretty. I love this deck. All right. Because I can see the edges. Let's see. Okay. Inspire yourself. This is your, oh, Inner Star versus Sacred Creators. Yes, an epic death match. We will do it. So Colleen, this is your Inner Star Oracle card, is Inspire Yourself. And it's a little hard to see, but there is somebody like kind of dancing around in the background. But I think that maybe this is, you know, like if you've been feeling kind of blah lately, maybe it's time to kind of think about like what, like really it's time for you to really put the pedal to the metal and stop kind of procrastinating. And it's time to figure out what your next big project is. I mean, if you're a big project person, then, you know, that's probably why you're feeling a little bit blah about whatever it is you've got going on right now. And that's probably why the Knight of Cups is stalking you, because it's time for you to figure out something else that you're going to feel passionate about. So let's get going, Ladyface. You got this. So there it is again for you. It's a wonderful, beautiful card. I love this deck so much more than I like Sacred Creators. Is that horrible? Is that horrible? But anyway, that was your reading, and I hope it made sense. Good. I'm glad it cleared up a lot. Sometimes when I like can't really like do whatever, like I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's very accurate, and I'm just like, this makes no sense. Have some garbage out of my mouth, and turns out it does. So that always makes me feel better. I'm glad that that worked for you. That made me feel better because I was just like, she's not gonna like this. Like it's not gonna make any sense. All right. Anybody else? Would anybody else like a reading? Anybody else? Just put your questions in the doobly. And also for the record, I like all color candles. Actually, you know what candles I really love, but they're really horrible to burn, are those candles with like the flowers and stuff in them. Because they look amazing and they're just really impractical to burn. Oh, good. I'm glad that it helped you. I love when readings help people. But yeah, I saw that earlier. And Wayward, I will pull an oracle for the end of the day for everybody. Like I'll pull our usual like card of the week type thing. I'm gonna pull a spirit cat for that actually because I love spirit cats and it's been a while since I've given it some love. So it's getting some extra special love today. Does anybody else need a reading? Just put your question right over there. Yes, I am interested in that, honey. Why is that even a question? Buy it for me now. Like if you loved me, it would be on its way to me right now. How come you haven't looked for it already? Like it needs to be a thing. Oh my god, spirit cats is so cute. That was like the worst. I'm sorry, that was really demanding and bad attitude. Baldy, thank you for finding me a Ghostbuster tarot, but yes, I do need it to live. Yeah, look at us. All of us are like, excuse me. We are all children of the 80s and 90s, which means that we need a Ghostbusters tarot to live. And if we don't receive one, we'll die. Honey, I think really, actually, if I don't receive it, I might die. Really, I'm going to die if I don't get it. All right. So would anybody else like a reading? But yeah, no, Ivan, you're absolutely correct. That sacred, like an Interstar Oracle versus Sacred Creator would be amazing. I actually haven't touched the book yet. I really want to, like, I want to read the book, but I want to give it the attention it deserves. And I've just been like so all over the place lately for Sacred Creators, and I feel like the book is going to be like, because I'm on the fence about it. Like I'm right here. So I feel like the book is either going to be the break or make as far as that deck is concerned. But yeah, I have to say already, like visually speaking, the Interstar Tarot is like heads and tails above and beyond that deck, which is that is quite a feat because so many people loved Sacred Creators. Pastel decks with words. Yeah, it's almost like, so I don't know if anybody had like when in art class, like you could kind of like you floated paint on top of water and then you like dipped paper in it to make stationery. It's like that's almost what it looks like as far as that's concerned. But Interstar, like there's actual images like involved in that. Yeah, I need the Ghostbusters deck like so bad, honey, like seriously. Link it for people if you like, honey. Actually, you know what you should do is link it for people in the chat, so if they want to see it, they can like get it. Oh, I already pre-ordered that one. Oh, the Game of Thrones tarot. Oh, the Game of Thrones tarot. Oh my goodness, so good. Also, I am a season behind on Game of Thrones. I am a Netflix like disc renter because I refuse to pay for HBO. So no spoilers here. That is actually, I'm going to put that in the rules for this chat. Everybody, no spoilers. Don't spoil things for people. It's really bad. Oh my God, me too. I like, yes, the Ostara Tarot. I saw their card with the whale on it and I was like, I really need it. Like I need it to live. And like, again, they keep pushing, like I pre-ordered it and they keep pushing that it's so obnoxious. Like just pick a date. Don't keep pushing it back. Like stop stringing us along. We are people with emotions and feelings and you just can't toy with us like that. You just can't. Ostara Tarot. And I think like the thing that's even worse is that there was a first edition, like an indie printing, and like people are like out there using this deck, and I'm just like, I need it. Also, I can't wait for the release of the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. US Games got their hands on it. So that one, I keep seeing pictures of that every once in a while. There's an awesome Instagram I follow. Her name's Tampy, and she won like some rando, like I guess 8 Coins had a rando copy of her deck left, and Tampy won it in a giveaway. And every time she posts it, I get like the green-eyed monster so bad. Like I'm just like, I'm gonna come to your house and kidnap your deck, and there's nothing you can do. And I'm gonna mail it back to you in pieces. Because that's what you get for posting pictures of this deck I want that I can't have right now. Okay. Oh, yes. Amy, I am so sorry. Yes, let me read for that. Oh, my goodness. I am the worst friend ever. I am so, so sorry. Okay, so for you, my dear, what deck? You know what? I'm going to do Heart of Stars again for you because we're like talking about pop culture, and that's kind of where my headspace is at. So we'll do Heart of Stars. I'd read for you with silhouettes, but I left it at home. I'm going to bring silhouettes next week, actually. I think what I'm going to do is like pick out 3 or 4 decks every week from home that I haven't read yet and bring them to these. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw those. I saw the finished the 10 of Cups. Can we talk about how amazing the new 10 of Cups for 8 Coins is? Oh my god. That's what I love about tarot and Oracle decks. They're just like your own like little mini art galleries, and just the styles are so different. I absolutely love how artists can interpret the same card so many different ways. Like it's amazing. Okay, so for Amy, for yoga. I think we got some good shuffles in. So the downside of the Heart of Stars Tarot, by the way, you guys, is that there are a few references in here that I don't get. So my movie, like my have to watch movie list has grown like 1,000 times. I have not seen the Paulina Cassidy Spirit Song yet. I've heard of it. I've heard rumors, but I have not seen any of those yet. Do you have if you have a link for that, feel free to post those, by the way. Okay. So Amy, I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but you got the 5 of Pentacles jumped out for you. So that apparently is going to be a stalker card for us today. So the 5 of Pentacles jumped, and this is Jean, I think it's Jean Valjean from Les Mis. I think it's the Hugh Jackman version, although that kid looks really young to be Hugh Jackman. But yep, we'll see how it looks in relation to the rest of the deck or the rest of the reading. Okay. Yay, these are all pretty good. Let's see. I shuffled the crap out of this. I swear to God. So you also got the 5 of Swords. And then 10 is Samwise carrying Frodo. So it's the 10 of Wands right here. And then, oh, you can't post links? That's lame pants. Okay, so here, new rule, when chat ends, post links in the comment section when this video finally, when this finally posts. Oh, that's lame. And then the Knight of Swords is Jason Bourne. Oh, I didn't really enjoy the Bourne movies. Like the first one was good. But anyway, Matt Damon. I do like me some Matt Damon though, which is really, you think I would have liked those movies. But anyway. Okay, so should you do yoga? So this is, to me right now, you don't really know what you want to do. And this is just me knowing you a little bit too. I think it just says that you, again, but like it's definitely, it's kind of reflected in the cards. Like these, so you got the 5 of Pence, you got the Knight of Swords, the Leroy Jenkins of the bunch, and you got the 10 of, the 10 of Wands, which is again, like carrying a burden. And you got, the 5 of Swords, which is the, oh my God, the, Heath Ledger. This is just you, like you don't really know what you want to do right now. And it almost feels to me like you're just kind of like you're kind of looking for a way out of the situation that you're in as far as work is concerned. Like you just want out, you want something new, you want something better. And I don't know if yoga is the right thing for you. I think you should think about it before you commit to a yoga class, because they are a lot of work and you are a very busy lady. It's like, just really look into, like with the class, like what kind of homework and stuff is going to be required. Like I know Angela had to take like this huge test. It was an open book, but still, I think the 10 of Wands is warning you against overburdening yourself as far as that's concerned. And the Knight of Swords, my favorite, is like warning you about going all Leroy Jenkins into a situation like Leroy Jenkins, and then that just ruins everything for everybody. If anybody doesn't know that reference, by the way, it's a video game reference. And if you don't game, it's still funny. So you should look up Leroy Jenkins. But it's like basically this guy runs headfirst into a hairy situation and ruins things for a bunch of people that took months of planning. Which I love that kind of thing, because I am a big fan of the Schadenfreude, but yeah. And the 5 of Swords is, again, just kind of warning you about, going like, this is less about like the being victimized is like in the last reading, so much as it is more about like the classic empty victory kind of a thing. Like, don't rush into yoga class thinking that it's probably the answer, and then like having it mess up a bunch of stuff for you, and then having it be like, yeah, no. Like, no. It turns out that wasn't the best choice for me, but like I sure stuck it to the other stuff in my life. So yeah, I don't know. So yoga may or may not be the right thing, but you know what? We can actually pull. So we'll do like a mini versus. We'll do a Sacred Creators for you, because that deck actually reads really well for you. Oh my God, I love Leroy Jenkins. He is so good. Like, and first of all, can I just tell you, I am new to Leroy Jenkins. I'm not like a huge video gamer, but I play enough video games, right? Like I love me some Mass Effect and whatnot, but I don't do MMORPGs. But I do enjoy the kind of jokes and stuff, and I'll watch the replay videos and stuff of them online and what have you. But I missed Leroy Jenkins when it happened, and somebody referenced it in a Spider-Man meme, and I was like, what is this? And I just I died so hard when I watched that video. It was so good. I love Leroy Jenkins. Marry me, Leroy Jenkins. He does have chicken. I actually really love, apparently that guy has a similar trolling style that I do when it comes to gaming, because every once in a while I'll jump on the Mass Effect. And by the way, if you don't play if you're not familiar with console online gaming, really, if you don't get the console when it comes out and then the game when it comes out, by the time that, because I'm more of a story gamer. I'm more of a story gamer. So when you go to play online, because you've already beaten the story and you've completed all the side quests and whatnot, by the time you go to do that, everybody that's playing online is so leveled that there's just no way you can participate in any meaningful way, but it's still kind of fun. So like I'll put on my headset and I'll like be playing on, I have a PS3 right now. So like, let's say I'll, actually my favorite Mass Effect game is the second one. So I'll go online and do online gaming for Mass Effect 2. And we'll just be going through a level, and the kids are just like I'm no help, and I'm always dying and getting in the way and whatnot. And the kids, it's like 13-year-old boys being like, dude, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go buy beer with money that I earned by myself and have some sex now. Bye. And like, it's like, it's so good. It's like, and then he was just like, at least I have chicken. And I was just like, oh, marry me, Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, I think dipping your toe in is probably a good idea. Kind of like maybe find, get a lot of recommendations, read about, like read about your yoga class, and just kind of like figure out what they want as far as a commitment is concerned. But anyway, let's see what Sacred Creators says for you for yoga class. For yoga teacher class. Oh, and also take like a regular yoga class with the instructor that you plan on learning from, because you want to make sure that you get along. Like it's no good like and like take the class for a while. Don't just be like, oh, I liked you after one class, because that's not good enough. Like I've taken some classes, some yoga classes, and like 3 or 4 classes in, like I'm just like, I don't like you so much. Not so much. Like the first day was good. All right, so for Sacred Creators for you. I'm going to pull you another one because that's one of my hated cards. Okay. All right, so you got these two. I love that the color palettes are the same. Purple is just kind of like a very royal and like a deep, just kind of a soulful, ethereal color. And you got the first card I pulled for you was Bliss is worth creating from. Bliss is worth creating from. And then also make a mission statement for your soul. So the first one, I hate this card. I think it's garbage, but I think you need a little bit of this right now. At least like happiness is worth creating. So I think if you are really that, like if you are really kind of like grasping at things to do that aren't your job, like it's really time for you to, like, you keep getting these messages, you keep getting them, like it's time for you to like maybe figure out a different way, like do it, you're gonna be okay. And then as far as this one is concerned, make a mission statement for your soul. Everybody should have a mission statement for their life. Okay, so those who aren't familiar with what a mission statement is, when you write a business plan, what you have to do is write out, it's usually 1 or 2 sentences. It's like a big, like, this is the overall overreaching goal that I want for my business. Like Pupcakes is to provide education and what was mine? It is my mission to provide education and it was education and product, so to better the lives of to better enrich the lives of dogs and their owners. It was like something that's like 1 sentence. I wrote my business plan like 5 years ago. Actually, it was longer than that. I wrote my business plan like 7 years ago, so give me a break. I don't really remember it. And it's probably time for me to refresh it. But you should absolutely like sit down and write a mission statement for yourself, Amy. Like figure, because it'll make you, and it like pairing what you want actually out of your life, because it's like you've done, like you've had like the single girl thing, and then the getting married thing, and then you're a mom thing and a teacher thing. Like you're kind of growing out of those phases. So it's time for you to like sit down and really figure out what it is that you want. And the exercise of writing a mission statement is really hard. It sounds really simple. It's like, oh, 1 sentence, I'm an English teacher, I got this. But paring down what you want to 1 or 2 sentences is actually really difficult. Because you can't like write one, like you can, but you can't have like 1 big long run-on sentence with all your hopes and dreams and be like, yay. So I think it's probably a really good idea for you to do this exercise. And I would love if you would share your mission statement with me, or if you need some help writing a mission statement, I am happy to help you, because I really do love doing that kind of thing. But again, you are an English major and you know how to write. So I really don't think that you'll have too much trouble. I think the trouble is going to be like actually figuring out the pulp of your mission statement, like the core message. But I think it's probably a good idea. It's probably about time that you did that. So that way because you seem like a little bit all over the place lately, not in a bad way, but like you're like, I'm going to teach a tarot class, which I'm taking, by the way. And because you've been reading for way longer than me, and you probably have lots of amazing nuggets that I really need to get my hot little hands on as far as that's concerned. That was creepy. That was creepier than it needed to sound. But yeah, you know what though? If it scares you, it's probably a good idea. They do feel big, but that's not necessarily a bad idea. Like, it's not a bad thing that they feel so like they're big. It's committing. And yay, Michael Scott. I love it. Oh my God, Michael Scott. He's my favorite person in the whole wide world. That show was just all downhill when he left. But anyway, yeah, it's time. It's time to write a mission statement. Oh, Wisdom Keepers. I've seen that. I'm on the fence about that one, but I have Madame and Dora's. Whoever was asking for, was it Creative Coffee? Were you the one asking for, oh my God, all of these are so good. I love Food Fortunes. I don't have side cards yet. I've seen them. They don't really speak that much to me. I think I like watching other people using them more than I want to use them. Let's see. Oh, saltwater reading cards. Those are good. I was on the fence about getting those. And I think I'm going to hold off for now. Let's see. Anything else good? Wisdom Keepers Oracle. Ooh, life design cards. I'm going to look up those, Amy. I've heard of those. I want to look up those. And I have Food Fortunes. I 100% back Food Fortunes. It's a hilarious deck. Actually, you know what? I might after the summer is over and my life kind of calms down a little bit, I think I'm going to do like a week challenge where I eat according to the way that Food Fortunes is structured. It's going to take a little bit of advanced planning, but that should be really interesting. Because it's like this is how you make dinner, and like you read your fortune a specific way, and then whatever the cards say is like what you have to eat. So I feel like that'll be a really good one. Let's see. And the Madame and Dora's fortune cards I can absolutely vouch for. I was asking for some, this is really horrible. I was asking for some advice about my sister, and it pulled up the Medusa card, which is really like, there's an inside joke about it, and I'm not going to say it online because if she sees it, she'll be really mad. But at the time, let's just say at the time, I was really mad at my sister, and it pulled up the Medusa card, and I was just like, damn straight. And it was really funny. Let's see. Oh, the Illuminated Tarot. Is that is this the one? Is this the Illuminated Tarot you were talking about? Because I have it, I haven't used it yet, and honestly, I'm really not as excited about it as I thought I was going to be. Like, it's really, like, it's cute and it's collectible, and I'm glad I have it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little read with that too. Oh, and if anybody else wants a reading, by the way, go ahead and put it in the doobly-doo. Let's see. Miracles? Oh, hi, Mrs. Mitchell. It's nice to see you. You snuck on there. You snuck. I didn't see you sneak in. Let's see. The Miracles now. I need to look up that deck. I'm actually writing it down. Let's see. I love that's a really good one too, but oh my God, my favorite is when Michael cooks his foot. I love when Michael cooks his foot, and then Dwight gets the head injury, and he's just, oh my God, it's so good. Constellation with words. Is that the Miracles Now? I'm going to Google Miracles Now. I feel like I'm kind of off on this conversation. Is that really bad that I'm Googling something in the middle of chat? Google. Thank goodness for computers. Miracles Now, Oracle. So the box is pretty. Are there any customer images? Okay, so it's like an empowerment deck then. See all customer images. Is this a Colette Baron Reid deck? Nope, it's not. Okay. Why won't it let me see the customer images? Here we go. Oh. So it's like an affirmation deck. Okay. It looks cute. I would have to look up more pictures of it. I don't know. I have a love-hate with affirmation decks. No particular reason, but like sometimes their affirmations are just stupid. Like this one. This is stupid. But anyway, let's see. Where are we? Yeah, it's like a super happy posy deck. It looks like. Okay, where are we? If I could make my own deck, what would the theme be? Ghostbusters. It would be, I would absolutely be Ghostbusters. I actually kind of have it kind of planned out in my head already. And if I could draw, I would have already made this deck. It would be a Ghostbusters tarot deck. And the tower would be the moment when they open the containment unit and like the energy beam of ectoplasm like bursts through the roof of the fire station. So that would be the tower card. And the chariot would obviously be Ecto 1. And oh my God, I just love that. Just love it so much. And the Fool, this is actually a really interesting card for the Fool. I would actually have it be Ray taking out his third mortgage at the bank to open the business. Oh my goodness, I love Ghostbusters so much. And I just like, I eat, sleep, and breathe Ghostbusters. I just love it so much. And the bonus card instead of the happy squirrel would be the dancing toaster, and that would be the only reference to Ghostbusters 2 in that deck, by the way, because there would be a second edition. Oh my goodness, Slimer. What would Slimer be? Because he's not really, he's more about gluttony. So I guess, you know what? I would have Slimer. Slimer would be the 9 of Cups, and he would be coming out of the hot dog cart, and he would have 9 hot dogs in his mouth. Because Slimer is actually a tribute to, was it Jim or John Belushi, the Blues Brother guy? I always get them mixed up in my head because I love the Belushi brothers. But I always, the double J's always mixes me up. But the one that played, was it Elroy Blues, and then he passed away. So as a tribute to their friend, they created Slimer as like this like gluttonous, life-loving, like eating, drinking, like ridiculous thing. And so Slimer would be the 9 of Cups. So like the wish granting, but like kind of like gluttonous kind of a card. Like it's a life-loving card. He could also maybe be the 3 of Cups, but I just think him coming out of a hot dog cart with 9 hot dogs in his mouth would be amazing. Oh my God, it's just such a good movie. It's just such a good movie. Oh, yeah. So I would have. So I'm kind of like stuck on which part Gozer would be, like what card Gozer would be, or like what Gozer scene I would use, because obviously the devil, right, for change. So I'm kind of like, I think like just having Gozer like would be kind of like, if I was to mass market the deck, it would just be a picture of Gozer and like down the road. But as far as change is concerned, it would be the scene where you see the top of the building with, oh God, oh God, why can't I think of the architect's name right now? The Shandor building. You'd see the top of the Shandor building with like the little like sunset rays kind of. It almost looks like the crown from the, and it's like choose or perish, and there's like lightning strikes. So it would be the 4 Ghostbusters, and they'd be looking up, and it'd be like the crown part, and it'd be like the choice, like them making the choice right before Gozer changes from Gozer's original form to the Stay Puft form. But oh my goodness. I just, oh my goodness. And Zool in the fridge, what would that be? That would be, I think Zool would be the high priestess. I would have to go with Zool as the high priestess. And then let's see. Lovers would obviously be Lovers would obviously be it would be Lewis and Dana, but as the gatekeeper and the keymaster. But like after they've done the deed and they're like kind of sitting all satisfied on the Rick Moranis. He played, like, it's Lewis Tully in the movie, because oh my God. And like they would be like sitting on that altar platform, like just being like with big goofy grins on their face, and like just kind of like the beginnings of the lightning coming down. Oh, so good. Anyway, I like, it's weird that I put that much that much thought into this, and I think someday I probably will make it a real deck, but with just stock images, or I can hijack my sister into drawing pictures for it because she's an amazing artist. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that now because it's ridiculous, and I could talk about it all night, and it's already 7:48. So and then Rick Moranis, anyway, I would have him as the 6 of Pentacles because he's an accountant. So it just seems to make sense to me to have him be the one distributing like the money. But I'm not exactly, you know what, I'm not exactly sure where I would stick him in the deck. I would have to give the minors a little more thought than the majors, than the thought I've given the majors. But anyway, oh my God, what would the eggs be? I don't know where the fried eggs would be on the counter. So good. They just jumped out of the shells and started cooking themselves. Anytime, Wayward Son, it was super awesome to see you. I'm going to pull your oracle card now. I am so sorry. I just keep chit-chatting, and I could do this all night, but it's almost 8 o'clock. I'm sure you guys have to go. So I'm going to pull your spirit. I'm going to pull a Spirit Cats. So you know what, actually, Wayward, I'll pull you, because I think, were you asking for just me to pull you an oracle card earlier? Did I misunderstand that? I'm sorry if I did. So I'm going to pull you a Spirit Cat specifically, and then I'll pull one for like a weekly message. How does that sound? Okay. I can't look at it because it's a double-sided deck. All right, so for Wayward Son, her Spirit Cat right now is, oh, you got Gratitude. He's so cute with gratitude and his laid back catitude. So this cat is Grace. She receives the gifts of the universe with open paws. When she shifts her mind to see what wonders are flowing in, the world glimmers with beauty. It's easy to focus on all the unmet desires, gone astray plans, and everything beyond the horizon of now. Let Grace remind you to notice all the blessings you are receiving. What feels good, let it in. What is making your heart sing, even a quiet momentary song? Who do you love that is with you now, that's in spirit or right by your side? Let each thank you open your heart a little more. So anyway, yes, this is like it's really cute. I think this is very akin to like the 4 of Cups kind of. So just maybe take a minute to like look around and just appreciate all the stuff that's awesome in your life. I think we all need to do that more anyway. Is to just kind of like take a minute to be like, okay, like my life doesn't suck so hard today because reasons, and then like maybe journal those reasons. So yeah, I think for you, it's just like today you will be thankful for the little things. Stop and smell the roses kind of a deal. All right, and now I'm going to pull our card for everybody. I just want to give it a good, you know what, I want to give it a good shuffle. So this deck is really cute. It's a double-sided deck. It's got like a little thing on the back of each card, so you can't really look at it when you're shuffling. Oh my goodness, Amy, I would love to make the Ghostbusters deck. First of all, it would have to be just like a fan project, and it would have to be for self-use because, dear Lord, they are all over copyright like white on rice. It's not even funny. All right. It's almost as bad as Star Wars copyright. Although their fan base is pretty large, and they do let their fans do a lot of they do let their fans refer to like fan-made props as the actual props. So they've got one up on Disney as far as that's concerned. Apparently, if you're a hobby prop maker and you're making lightsabers, you're not allowed to call them that. And Star Wars will come, and Disney and Lucasfilms will come sue you if you do. You can call them light swords or laser swords though, but you cannot call them lightsabers. It's really stupid. All right, so anyway, here's our cat for the week. Ooh, we got Magic Maker. I love this kitty. She's so pretty. And I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. All right, so Lynx is a sorceress, a shaman, and a witch cat. She is the part of you that creates a magical brew of intention and action that results in manifestations beyond your wildest dreams. She can usher in deep healing and revolutionary transformations. Turn inward, connect to the powerful current of your life force, and conduct that energy into creations for the good of all. You have everything you need within you. Don't hold back. The world needs your magic. Claim your place at the table of dreamers and magic makers. Lynx will meet you there. So I think for us, this card this week is this is go time, you guys. Like, time to grab the bull by the horns and carpe diem and all sorts of other ridiculous cliches as far as like, you know, like this is like some good energy. So I think if there's anything that you've been really wanting to do this week, it's time to do it. If there's any magical workings for those that practice, as far as that's concerned, like it's like now's the time. Like let's get it done, do that working. But otherwise, like if you practice manifesting, now is the time. And if you set your intentions. Like this is a good week to like kind of basically get what you want if you put the work in. So yeah, but don't forget that little bit about doing it for like highest and best as far as it's concerned. Like if you go towards this week without thinking about like, you know, if what you're doing is really for the highest and best, it's probably not going to happen. But this is a great card for us this week. So I think I'm going to set some intentions this week. And yeah, I think oh my God, this is a great card. I forgot how much I love this deck. It's like, it's kind of a hug deck, but it's also like, it's got some really good pertinent messages though. It's not like super huggy, but it's like, okay, here's this positive message that you need. And also kind of like a little flick, like a don't be a jerk kind of while you're at it. But yep, so time to manifest, time to do any workings if you do the magical workings, time to, you know, time to, if you want to show some stuff, like if you've got like a project or an artwork project or like anything going on, it's like time to really put some work in. Like you're going to have that energy this week. So that is our card for the week. And last call for anybody that wants any readings. Otherwise, we're going to call it a night because I think Baldy is probably getting kind of lonely at home. And if he's still watching, now would be a good time to put that sausage in the oven so that way we can have spaghetti and sausage when I get home. But anyway, yeah, so that's it. Otherwise, anybody got anything else? I'll give you a few minutes for this chat to catch up with my ridiculousness. By the way, sometimes when I wave my hands like that, it's so that way when I like click over to the chat screen, I can kind of see where it is and be like, oh, there was me waving my hands ridiculously. All right. It looks like we are good for the evening. So anyways, you guys, night, Ivan. It was wonderful to see you. I love that you caught this chat this time around. I'm going to try and catch one of your chats this week. If you know when you're going to do it, that would be amazing so I can plan ahead. But if not, I guess I will just randomly catch you. That's fine. I'm always happy to randomly try and catch you. So yeah, that's really all I have for you guys tonight. All All right, so I'm going to say goodnight because I'm really bad at saying goodbye. And Creative Coffee, thank you so much. Wayward Son, it was awesome to have you on. Oh, yeah, for the full moon. I forgot about the full moon. That's how kind of out of the loop I've been lately. I forgot it was full moon. So yeah, that's a great card for a full moon night. Ooh, Saturday at 8 p.m. I think I can make that. It's a date, sir. It's a date. Deshan, thank you so much for jumping on. Amy, like I said, thank you so much for jumping in. Colleen, it was awesome to see you. Mrs. Mitchell, it was great to see you. Thank you guys so much. I cannot express how thankful I am that you all like jump on and make this chat as awesome as it is. So I just want to make sure I'm saying thank you to everybody, and it looks like I have. So anyway, again, thank you guys so much, and I will catch you next Thursday. I will see you next Thursday. All right, guys. Bye.